all nations. Baptize them in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Y'all ready? So let's go. Turn it up. I'm about to show you what real. Let's go. Where's my soldiers of the cross? I know you feel. Let's go. Breaking news, got that call and it's all. Let's go. Changing lives, still Christ up. So let's go. Turn it up. Show you what real. So let's go. Where's my soldiers of the cross? I know you feel. Let's go. Breaking news, got that call and it's all. Let's go. Changing lives, still Christ up.
So let's go.
Man, that dude right there is gonna be on the show one day, man. That guy's doing it, man. Let's go, man.
Ain't nobody. Just let me know. We can make it happen.
Man.
He's a Lions fan, so
well, never mind.
We don't have much to talk about.
1957 was a long time ago.
He might have less than me to talk about. I don't know.
Good gravy, man. Well, what's up, America? Because it
is game time.
Really, kind of like the last one that matters. Really, I mean, as far as like championship, helping you try to win a championship. It's championship week, Jay.
Yeah, it's game time for real.
It really is game time.
It's for some other people, not us.
No, I mean other people that are good at fantasy football. You know,
we out there holding the chain for the game.
I got the index card. Yeah, all right. Russell Maven, Temple, Texas. Best friend Jay Thompson, Killeen, Texas. Week 16. Week 16,
and we started week 1, didn't we?
We started week 1. We had a few little hiccups here and there, some dogs barking and some babies crying, and people spilling drinks and crap like that. But man, we messed around and made it happen.
Got us a season in. That's good.
Yeah.
All right.
Ain't nobody got a headset or a mixer or anything downloaded to iTunes, but we did something. We got something on the plate at least.
All right, we can work with.
Yeah,
I'm excited though. I mean, I have fun with it. I hope y'all have fun watching us.
Yeah, man.
What we got in store for the champions out there?
Man,
week?
I tell you what. First of all, if you're in a championship game,
I know, right?
Way
People
to
like
go.
the Wigs and
man. Mike Carlisle,
yeah.
Joe Curtis, killing it.
Yeah.
Killing it, man. He made it in both of my leagues, my redraft league and my dynasty league. Hate that guy. Kicking him out next year. Watch it.
You better watch it in Russell League. You can't have too much fun. You get threatened
Hey, that's
calls.
all we do in my league, man. We have a good time, man, and we enjoy each other, and we hate on each other all year long. But then it's all good. And
I got too competitive, man.
I know. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of getting the crap kicked out of me. I know that. All right, man. So why don't we start with something positive like normal, man? A little bit of that's what I'm talking about. So what are you talking about, man?
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm talking about this week?
Tell me.
Man, we talk about fans on this show, and sometimes fans can be brutal. You pay to come to the game, so you get to boo, and sometimes they done boo when people got hurt. They done booed when people get benched and stuff like that.
Right.
Like people don't have feelings.
Right.
But this time, fans, that's what I'm talking about. The ovation that you gave Teddy Bridgewater when he came on the field.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Man, that's what it's all about, man. That's what I'm talking about. I can only imagine all this guy had to go through to get back on the field, and for y'all to do that, I mean that was awesome.
Mine wasn't really about the fans, but it was just about the fact that this dude got an ambulance called on him at practice. I mean, I was asking my wife. My wife's an athletic trainer, so I'm like, how do you have an injury so bad that you have to call an ambulance? And
facility that got medical staff.
You got everything. You got a doctor, you got a team doctor, you got athletic trainers, you got all these people there, and they called an ambulance.
And people, grown men, was crying watching it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure this guy's wondering, am I ever gonna put on a pair of cleats in my life? And to have him go out there and get to play. That was great. I hated to see him get an interception. But, it was at least he got out there to throw the football.
It was like, hey, boo! Get him out of there. You suck.
Get this clown off the field. Yeah. But man, it was great. It was great to see him. It was great to see him out there and kind of doing his thing. And, yeah, I was big time happy for Teddy Bridgewater.
That's what I'm talking about, man. I mean, to think about, this sometimes I think about this with athletes. It's like, I work at Walmart, and I get it, but for somebody to need to fall off and they can come back and still play a game like that, man, it just shows how much, superior they are to us, man, how much we suck.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but I mean, like beginning of my teaching career is probably my early 30s. And I used to, they would like introduce us at a pep rally or something, and I'd kind of like jokingly like trip and fall down, like trying to make them laugh and stuff. And after about 2 or 3 years, I was like, man, I can't do this no more. This hurts. Like, these guys run into each other all the time, and it's like a car accident every week. And these guys just, I mean, it's amazing. Yeah. It's amazing. So that was also that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, bing, 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 bing.
Hey,
double down.
We're doubling down on what we're talking about. And my other that's what I'm talking about is Ryan Shazier making the Pro Bowl. I'm happy for him. Unfortunately, I think that might be the last one he ever makes. I just don't know that guy's ever going to play sports again. But I was glad to see something good happen for him. I'm glad that the fans responded positively to him at the game. He's really sound. I mean, I don't know Ryan Shazier's story too much. I know the Cowboys wanted him, and we had to suffer through taking Zach Martin instead. But I know he's a tremendous athlete.
Right.
I think he was a legit 4.4 guy in college coming out. But from all accounts, he's been the right kind of guy. He's been good attitude, good in the community, giving back, this kind of guy. And to see him at the game, and then the fans responding to that, and then see him make the Pro Bowl, I was kind of like, that's what I'm talking about, man. Because the NFL is the only real legit All-Star game in terms of getting there. Because it's not a fan vote. It's 30% fans, 30% players, 30%.
And the competition is so tough. In the NBA, you can pretty much name the All-Stars every year because the elite is just elite. But in NFL, you fighting for it, and you
every single year,
right? And you can make an argument so and so should have won. So the snubs as they call it. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So you're right. It's a big deal.
Talking about anything else?
No, that's all I'm talking about, man. That took my breath away when I saw Teddy go out there, man. But because they really wanted this to happen like earlier, because now what's going to happen with him? You know what I'm saying? So now
it's kind of like Romo last year against the Eagles. They gave him that one drive, touchdown. All right, come here, Romo. Get off the field. Get off the field, man. We don't want you to get hurt. We might need to trade you.
Yeah, so who knows what that guy's going to be next year? Like, they really wanted to get a good assessment.
What are they going to do at quarterback if you're the Vikings? What do you do?
I mean, we talked about this with Alex Smith early
at the beginning of the year. Yeah. By the way, where are you? We're taking another rabbit trail. Where are you at with him? Do you go ahead and just go appreciate it? It's been nice and start Mahomes, or
I think they will, because of the lackluster middle part of the year they had, and it wasn't his fault, but
he's the quarterback, so he takes the blame.
Right, and it makes it warranted to do what they really want to do. So they just don't want him to get hurt, and I think they might work. But the crazy part of it is, think of the NFL and the championship week, so we can we're talking, all right, football talk. But the quarterbacks that's going to be available, man, it just don't happen in the NFL.
It never does.
Yeah, you can actually do some things if you go in this offseason right.
Yeah, if you're a rookie coming out and you're supposed to be a top pick, you're kind of like, no, man, the one time I come out, there's all these quarterbacks available. Come on, man.
Right.
So back to Minnesota, what do you do?
Well, it ain't like Bridgewater was MVP when he was playing. I mean, he was doing good, but you can't mess up what's going on, man. You got to roll with it, right?
Okay, so what? All right. I can't imagine that Case Keenum has a long-term contract right now.
No.
So, do you pay him $10 million?
I guess that's why I work at Walmart. Because because if he come down to earth and beat Case Keenum, and then it's like, man, we had an opportunity. We could have done some things, and man,
it just seems like to me in the history, as the league has progressed over the years, anytime a team kind of has something working, like I think of like Trent Dilfer with the Ravens, he wasn't great, but he was working. They won the Super Bowl, whatever. So what they do? Immediately get rid of him and have to bring in, Gerbach. It's like,
yeah.
I mean, like, Nobody breathe, nobody sneeze, nobody do anything. If it's working, just shut up, leave it alone, you know. Because, I mean, Tony Romo probably could have come in and scored more points with our offense last year. But you don't mess with 8 in a row. Like we won 8 in a row. Nobody move, nobody get hurt, nobody take a poop. Just everybody right here. I need everybody to just keep doing what you're doing. Because you don't win 8 in a row in the NFL, much less 11. So, all right,
a lot of tough decisions out there.
Yeah, and we have to make some tough ones too in our dynasty leagues. You know, hey, some people getting cut around here. I have to call them into the office and get the iPad.
Already done did it. They just ain't came in the office yet to get the news. But yeah, some people are already not gonna make it. There's gonna be some grandmas getting called.
I went through my. I was going through one of my dynasty leagues and looking at a guy, a rookie drafted 2 years ago, and I clicked on him, and it said, you know, they could owned and started.
Yeah.
It's 0 and 0, and I'm like, well, somebody owns him. I own him. He's on my team. Can I get him?
I don't count.
I mean, I don't matter.
My franchise don't mean nothing to y'all.
Oh man. So I'm like, okay, this guy evidently might not make it next year. I don't know. All right, so how far you want to get into this? I'm thinking like 3 at a time, 3, 3, and 4 on the top 10s. Is that okay?
All right.
All right. So top 3, and then if there's anything that I have that is contrary to what you have.
All right. You want me to go first?
No, I'm just saying. If there's contrary things, tell me where you have them, or I'll tell you where mine is, or that kind of thing.
All right.
All right. So. Give me your top 3 quarterbacks this week.
All right, my top 3 quarterbacks for championship week in real leagues is I got Brady number 1 versus the Bills. I got Cam Newton versus the Bucks, and I got Goff at Tennessee. And for the simple fact that Brady numbers hadn't been crazy, have they, lately?
Mm-mm.
But it's the Bills and they're at home. Cam, I don't know. He's quietly, like, the second half that's been going off lately. And the Bucks and the Titans' pass defense is not very good. So,
okay.
That's where
I actually had, I was going to number all of these. So you messed up last week. I messed up this week on the rankings.
You want to be like me,
1, 2, 3, 4. I had Brady 6 versus Buffalo because it's a division game. And division games are normally a little uglier. They're more familiar with each other, you know, that sort of thing.
You only win by 30 in division.
Yes.
Yeah.
What? But you know how it is. I mean, Miami beat New England. You know that they're not as good as New England. So I mean, just stuff like
this
that.
Be my last show.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
I got Cam. I had Cam number 1 instead of 2. I like Cam this week, and actually we need him to lose. But anyways, instead of the other 2 cats, who else did you have? Goff. Goff. I had him at 10.
Why do you keep hating on this dude every week?
It's not Goff. I like Tennessee's defense. I like Dick LeBeau the way he's kind of starting to get them going, and their secondary is starting to
kind
get
of
their hands on
getting them going. Week 20 in the NFL, they kind of getting them going.
Hey, they're in the playoffs. I mean, they're close. They're making a run. And I had Stafford at Cincinnati. First of all, I think Cincinnati's given up altogether.
Right, yeah, it don't make no sense.
And I don't know what's going on right there. Yeah. But
he's 4 for me. So
yeah.
He's right
okay.
there.
So okay. Yeah. And I have Dak number 2 versus Seattle. I think Dak's mysteriously going to start playing well again. There's something going on this week. I can't remember what it is, but there's something happening this week, and I think they might have a different person in the backfield this week. There was some report on NFL.com that I read.
Early Christmas, huh?
Yeah.
What it is?
Yeah, too late though.
Hey, open it whenever you can open it.
So you where did you have Stafford?
Stafford was 4, and I had Dak at 10.
Okay. Why are you hating on Dak?
That's how I sound. Look at this.
No, you can have that cool, black man thing, like, man.
What you wrong with you?
Yeah. What you talking about?
He haven't been putting up a lot of yardage.
Right.
I mean, when he runs one in, it really helps out. But
sure.
he just kind of been, but a lot of that might be the Christmas coming back, so he might get hot again.
There was a 3-game stretch right before Zeke got suspended where we were really starting to click.
Right.
So we'll see what happens. All right, next 3. What you got?
Like I said, I had Stafford at 4. I got Breeze at 5. I'm still Breeze guy, and I like Alex Smith at 6 against Miami.
Woo! Okay, yeah. Breeze, I had 7.
Okay.
Stafford I already mentioned, and Smith. Not in the
I got
top
my
10.
paper, folks.
Not in the top 10. It's like Walter Cronkite over here. No, I didn't have Smith in there.
Why you hating on Smith?
Maybe I like Miami. Maybe Miami picks off Tom Brady. They can pick off Alex Smith.
But
they've been running the ball a little bit more. They finally figured out. Oh, wait a second.
But we
were winning.
I can't even imagine how many yards Kelsey's going to have, because we cannot. When I say not, will not, can't cover a tight end. So
please don't tell me that.
Oh, it's not gonna be pretty, man. I don't know how many. He might run out of dances in his own. I don't know what they're gonna come up with.
Please don't tell me that, because I had Kelsey and I got eliminated last week. So man. All right. All right. So on yours, I already told you. So let me tell you what I got. I had Russell Wilson at Dallas. Nick Foles versus Oakland, and then, of course, Tom Brady, like I mentioned a while ago. Where do you have Wilson?
Whoa.
I
don't have Wilson. Yeah.
Dallas's shutdown defense is just.
But if he gonna know where the stadium at, he gonna get there okay. Then he's like, he got cobwebs going on and stuff in his head.
What the heck's wrong with you?
Russell Wilson?
He's fine.
I mean, he's fine, but I mean, it don't take much for him to go. I didn't like last week with him.
He's only averaging 37 points a game, man. He's second. I mean, he's second behind Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, but it's more about the offensive line with me, with them. The
offensive line's getting better.
Okay. I got Big Ben at 7 against the Texans. Foles, I got Foles in there. Rivers at the Jets, and like I said, Dak was 10.
Oh wow. Okay, I got Matt Ryan at New Orleans at 7.
But he had a horrible game last time against them.
They playing him again. They got a second chance. At it.
Oh, okay.
Plus, there's Kenny Vaccaro just went on IR today. Secondary's been a little bit beat up.
Oh, okay, man.
That's a Longhorn, man. That guy's important. I got Big Ben at Houston. Okay. I read on Twitter this week that the worst cornerback in the NFL by yardage and passer rating and all that stuff is Kevin Johnson. They said Juju and Martavis Bryant, sign me up. I want some of them this week. So I think somebody might be getting toasted this week.
A receiver for the Browns?
What? No, not that. You're too old, Kevin Johnson. He's talking about old now. He's talking about Yancey Thigpen and people like that running around. All right. Now then I got Goff at Tennessee. I love Goff. I put him in the top 10.
Man, please. So
you just want to give him the MVP because he's your rookie drafted him in the UFC. That's all it is.
His eyes are close together, man. That's why I like him.
Well, he can't throw a football and hit a crossbar, so
crossbars don't catch it. So it don't matter if he throws it in on time. All right, man. What's up with these running backs?
You don't even like running backs, do you?
I hope you guys that's in the championship are paying attention. Because
we're just doing this for you because there's no reason for us to care.
We're just volunteering right now.
It's like community service.
We got since we suck, we got made to do this.
What you got?
I got Bell at the Texans.
Who?
Yeah, Le'Veon, that guy. I got Zeke number 2.
Who?
Versus the Seahawks. Christmas. We're gonna just call him Christmas. He's Christmas this week. And I got Ingram number 3 and Kamara number 4. I'm going Butch on that one, back to back.
Okay.
Same team.
All right. Well, I got you. Bing, bing. I got Zeke number 1 and Bell number 2, and I got Kamara number 3. I had Ingram at 6. Okay, so he's still up there.
I got Ingram a little bit ahead of him, this touchdown stuff, but I mean that's nothing to trip on.
Nah. So we're pretty close on that. So let's go with the next 3 then. So you already said one. Who's your other two?
Like I said, Kamara was 4. 5 is Hunt versus Miami, and 6 is Gurley at the Titans.
Okay, I got Gurley in there at 4. Hunt I had as honorable mention, so 11. And then I had Howard versus Cleveland, and I just said Ingram against Atlanta. So we're pretty close here on the top. I like Howard a lot this week versus Cleveland. He's at home. Get a little positive vibes going for Trubisky. Hey, come on, you can do it, man. We really believe in you. And Cleveland's Cleveland.
It's not good. I got 7 is Gordon at the Jets, McCaffrey versus the Bucks, Freeman at the Saints, and McCoy versus the Patriots.
Woo! Okay. I've got McCaffrey at 8. I got McCoy at 10. But I had Collins versus Indianapolis as 9. And then at 7, I had Drake at Kansas City. That dude's been coming through, man.
I heard a stat today. These last 3 weeks, he's only second to Gurley.
Yep.
In rushing.
And I put him on my top 10 the last couple of weeks. But no, Drake I'm a big believer in because I read something today on Twitter about when he was coming out of college, he was one of the worst backs in the draft at pass protection. And this year, he's like the number 1 rated pass protection.
He
back.
worked on it, huh?
So evidently, it matters to him or something like that. So it's not just a paycheck. So yeah, so I like that. McCaffrey, I've kind of come around on as a weapon. I think maybe I was
racist. Just say it, man. Say the word.
I overthought it.
Oh,
I overthought it at in drafts. I undervalued him at the beginning of the year because of
that way you won't get
point per reception. That too. But as far as like PPR and scoring on receptions and getting return yards and stuff like that, I think as a rushing yards running back, he's never going to be anything. Because he's a whitey. But
it's his show. He can say that. I guess.
It's my show. I'm of the Caucasian persuasion, so I can do that. No, but I think I overthought that a little bit. So I might draft him next year in a redraft league. Who knows?
With him was I liked him, but I guess I didn't put him exactly because I didn't know if Cam was going to be disciplined enough to actually give him the ball right, and because he's loving it, and it's just making him prosper even more.
He had a drive. I thought, is anybody else going to touch the ball? Like they gave it to him, they flicked it to him, they threw it to him.
Right.
Guys, he returned the punt. I mean,
oh man! So did you see the onside kick with him?
Who were they playing?
Oh, come on, America! Y'all help us.
All right, so
Packers.
Anyways.
And they did the onside kick.
Yeah, then he missed the onside kick. Yeah, I saw that.
But did you see, because the NFL just missed concussions everywhere. You saw that he was out. He was wrong. He was groggy for a minute. You didn't catch it.
I watch the Red Zone channel, so it's on there and then it's off.
Oh yeah, he came and then the ball I guess he thought
bounced off of him.
Yeah, he thought it was going to do another hop and it kind of just dribbled and then it's a wave of people coming and they just jumped on him and he got up I'm like, this dude is hurting and it's just something about NFL play. They just come and snatch you up. They don't see you hey man, you all right or anything? This come let's go.
I know this 270-pound guy just ran full speed into you. But can you get up and get off the field, please? We're trying to play again.
Just snatch him up and he's like this and I'm like, oh, that guy is not going to make it. But
Well, I used to when I was playing football, I used to put my head down when I hit. Thank goodness nothing ever. You got to see what you hit, and we had a cornerback that was getting killed by this DB. So I was always like the emergency, because I started on offense. So I was just kind of like the emergency guy on defense. I'm like, man, go get that dude out of there, man. So I went over there and I was playing cornerback, and so they ran a hitch and pitch. They're gonna do a little hook and ladder on us. Well, they hook and laddered it to this guy he's built like a bowling ball. He's about 5'7", big stout guy, man. And so I saw it coming. I was always good at the
Sean Lee in it.
Yeah, I was Sean Lee in it on him. I snuffed it out. And man, he right when he caught it, I hit him head down. Big dude, and of course we just kind of like, and then we're all like start going towards me. So I kind of like I had him, but I belly suplexed him. Kind of like just threw him over, threw him on the ground. So it looked like I made a nice tackle, but he really ran over me is what happened. But man, when I got up, it's kind of like you're talking about. My head was ringing, and I was just kind of like, oh my god!
Everybody like,
He hit me in the head. And I'm like, oh.
He's really liking it. Look at him. He's crying.
Yeah, he's so happy. Tears of joy coming down his face.
He's turning red. This guy's really feeling it.
Yeah, oh man. He's bending over. He's laughing so hard. Yeah, it was not pleasant, man. One of my friends from high school actually married him. Oh, he's a pastor now, actually.
You made him see the light, man.
Yeah, man. I done woke him up. All right, so
man.
Wide receivers. That's Big Daddy would say.
It's kind of hard this week with receivers, man.
I thought so too.
Okay.
I thought so. I was kind of like, crap. I mean, I don't know.
So you guys that's in championship week.
Sorry, man. No AB.
Yeah.
If you got there by using AB, best of luck to you, bro.
You can't be mad at him. I mean, because he won some games for y'all. But I got Keenan Allen. I saw him lead the game, but he kept doing the thumbs up and like I'm good. I'm like, well, why are you leaving then? He's just sitting there. So I got him against the Jets. I got Hopkins versus the Steelers, and I got Hill versus Miami.
Man, for being off on that one, for it being kind of a weird week, we almost lined all the way up. I went Hopkins, then Michael Thomas, then Tyreek Hill, then Allen. So
Thomas is 5 for me. So
see, there you go. Yeah. So if you got one of those guys this week, man, congratulations.
Don't start it. You got
a double endorsement right here. Easy money.
Yeah. So, but in there, I threw 4 AJ Green against the Lions at 4. I threw him in there at 4. So that's that 4 is AJ, 5 was Michael Thomas. And I know you're gonna beat me up over this, but I got Julio at 6.
See, no, I have Julio. I had Julio all year long, so I know how he rolls, and it's feast or famine, and it's rarely a touchdown. He usually just has to catch 10 balls. But it's
payback though, because Lattimore got the most of them, so it's like. You know what I'm saying? I got at least 4 touchdowns.
I've got him. I mean,
just to let it be known that don't even think about a young buck. I'm going to score a touchdown.
I got him 7. So 4,
okay, I got him 6.
4 for me would be Allen. 5 is Thielen, and 6 is Funchess. Because if I got Cam Newton at the top of my quarterback, man, somebody got to daggum catch a ball besides the little white guy. So,
man, you made me think of somebody. Go ahead.
Yeah. So Funchess, I got Funchess 6.
Okay.
I had Jones 7. 8.
Oh, okay.
Jones is 8 for me.
I got 7 Mike Evans at Carolina, Cooks versus the Bills, and Thielen 9 at Packers, and I got Gordon versus the Bears. I'm still throwing them in there.
Okay.
Because it just feels so good just to give them some more props.
7 for me was Landry at Kansas City. He's been productive over the last few weeks, and Smoking Jay likes to smoke.
Man.
Did he make
it? No, he did not, sir.
Did not? Oh, that's what you call a snub. All right. And then I've got Jones in there at 8. I took Martavis Bryant at Houston.
Wow, man. You feel that good?
Woo! Daddy needed a new pair of shoes.
Oh, the receiver from the Browns covering him, huh?
Yeah, well, yeah, we got Kevin Johnson, baby, not the receiver, and I got Josh Gordon as well. He's been really good since he came back. I think they threw the first play to him. Like, here, please.
I mean, it's something I guess in practice they already see like, wow,
man, you're so much better than everybody else.
And you on
every favorite receiver we have, you're better than.
You sure you can't play quarterback? I mean, come on, man. We need all that.
What about high school? Did you play quarterback in high school?
Let's throw the ball. Let's see what it looked like at least. Yeah, man.
Oh, man. Are you kidding me?
You got to be kidding me. What?
You did 5 tight ends again?
Yeah.
There's only 5 good tight ends.
Well, how many are we supposed to do?
10.
No, man. I'll be here till Christmas trying to come up with 10.
It's Christmas. It already is Christmas.
Zeke ain't playing yet.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Man.
All right, tell me who your whole top 5 is then.
Okay, I mean, I can close my eyes and come up with this, but it's Gronk versus the Bills, Kelsey versus Miami, Ertz at the Raiders, Rudolph at the Packers, and this one I got Walker versus the Rams. But you made me think
none of those look good in their uniform, Jay.
Yeah, just out of sentimental value, I didn't put him on there.
All right, my top 5 would be Gronk, Kelsey, Ertz, Olsen.
That's
showed back up last week.
That's who when you said
maybe I can trade him.
You said Funches. That what made me think.
And Graham at Dallas.
This dude, man. Okay, I'm gonna let that go because we've been.
Hey, I traded him to you in the LFC, man. Come on, man.
That's exactly this guy. I'm about done with him. But go ahead.
All right, the other guys that you had, I had 6 and 7. So.
Yeah, but for the record, we doing 5 tight ends.
All right, no, we're doing 10.
I mean, it's only 10 relevant tight ends. Are we gonna name the 10 every week in different orders? After Gronk and Kelsey and Ertz.
Is it because there's not very many black tight ends? I mean, what is it, man? What is the problem?
It's just, I mean,
it's a starting position. The wide receiver's a starting position.
Yeah, but
quarterback's a starting position.
All right, man. I mean, I come up with 10. I mean,
now it's over. Now it's a championship week.
I got all off season to think about it.
All right. Okay. So those are the guys that are like, hey, these are what we feel like you can count on.
Right.
But now it's time to skin it, man. Skin that smoke wagon. If you're just in a pinch, who we skinning this week?
Man, you know I'm gonna skin it with Antonio Gates.
Really?
Skin it, man.
Because Henry's hurt.
Henry's hurt, and I mean, if he just catch touchdowns, we can do that too. But let's go to an old classic favorite with Antonio Gates.
Maybe last hurrah.
Last hurrah, man. Skin it. See what happens.
Showdown to OK Corral right there. Let's go.
Somebody that was arguably like first round picks for a few years in fantasy.
For sure.
Yeah.
For a lot of years. And I remember Jason. He was playing fantasy football like 15 years ago. He called me one Sunday and he goes, man, he goes, I got this guy on my fantasy team. He goes, I don't even know who he is, but I love him, man. He goes, who is Antonio Gates? And I'm like, man, I don't even know. I have to look him up. He's like, man, he's been doing great. I love him. And I was like, yeah, okay, who Antonio Gates is. Next year, everybody's drafted him.
And I know Wade is gonna love that. Somehow Wade get on this show like every week. I don't know how, but
because he's a legend.
That dude will get Antonio Gates like it was nothing back in the day. If he had Gates, he'd just leave. After that, yeah, I just filled my team with whatever's left. That guy was getting Antonio Gates.
All right, I got an interesting skin it for you. James White. You got Rex Burkhead out.
Right.
Dion Lewis has his own role.
But
I just think
I thought they were clones. It's two of them.
They are.
Yeah, it's kind of like seeing Michael Jackson and Janet at the same time. You just never see them together. So
I'd rather kiss Janet.
Well, I'm just saying, I've never seen them two. Have they ever played in the game at the same time? Like,
that's what I mean, though. But Lewis already has his role. I don't think they're giving him 30 carries or 30 touches or anything. Somebody else is going to have to get mixed in there, and I'm betting it's going to be James White.
If with that logic, it'd probably be Gillislee. The way you're making it sound.
Man, this guy, $95 million that guy went in one of our leagues, man. And like somebody just dropped every last ounce of their savings on this guy. Like, it's a 3-year contract. Let's go.
They look like world beaters right off the bat.
Woo! 3 touchdowns. Right off by the way, he's going to finish with 3 touchdowns. Yeah. So, all right.
But, so let's think about that though. With that logic, I think it would be Gillisley, but we'll see.
Okay.
I mean, that's a good skin it. That's a real skin it right there.
Yeah, I mean, if you're just like a flex option, like, oh man, I don't know what to do, man, just pick somebody up and do something. All right, you're a daisy if you do. People that you don't believe in this week. What you got at quarterback?
At quarterback, he was my skin it last week, and he did real good. But this week, Garoppolo.
Bing, bing.
Oh man,
Double down.
double down.
Double down.
They playing them Jags, man. They just not having it, man.
Yeah, I'm taking Garoppolo as well. I don't like him.
My running back is, it's Christmas, and Christmas is coming. But one person is getting a bag of coal this week. In the tank, you daisy if you do, Alfred Morris.
Why didn't you put Rod Smith instead?
I was thinking about packaging them, making a package deal. Like they both are going to get back on their sunflower seeds.
Well, all right. I'll give you mine. Leonard Fournette. You're a daisy if you do. That dude right there. Is he gonna play football?
It's weird what's been going on with him.
Is he playing football? I mean, they spent like the second pick in the draft on this guy. I know it wasn't the second pick, but he was a high pick, and
just for unnamed reasons, it's like, his calf.
He had an unwelcomed post on social media this week, so therefore you're suspended for a week. What the heck?
But is that a Coughlin thing, or is it like he just like stuff we not going to understand about him that's going to come out like 5 years from now?
I don't know, but Ryan Ammon probably hates that they spent that pick on the draft on him. They wish they would have taken a defensive guy
because he's been getting hot, but that just shows they're not putting up with it. It's a culture change.
Yeah, so, it worked really well for the Giants too. So yeah, I'm not a big fan. All right, who's your wide receiver?
Wide receiver, my running back should have been a package deal. My receivers are a package deal. Packers wide receivers.
Jordy Nelson.
I think didn't Adams say I'm done? He went to IR today or something like that.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's like,
you know what? On him, I was like, no, not that guy. Don't hit that guy like that, man. So one of my favorite players too.
Everybody was like, what? Rodgers not playing? Okay. You know what? Yeah. I don't want to get hurt these last 2 games either.
Well, and we get on here for the daisy if you do, and we try to pick somebody that's like, pretty good. So we let them know, like, hey, don't start this guy this week. I took A.J. Green versus Detroit.
He wasn't in your receiver list?
No. I took A.J. Green, and I'll tell you why. I really think Cincinnati is completely given up. I mean, I've heard rumors that Lewis is going to be done at the end of the year. He's denied him, which means they're true. And I just, I got nothing. I mean, once they get to the point where they're putting A.J. McCarron in, okay, appreciate it. Thank y'all very much. You'll have a great weekend. We're done playing football. Wow. We get, crushed at home by the Bears, who couldn't move the ball at all. So I got no faith.
You coming with it this week?
Man, I'm on the tank. I ain't scared of this bull.
Wait till week 16.
Yeah. Finishing strong, man. Finishing strong.
We ain't got nothing else to do. We don't got no lineups to set.
Yeah, ain't like I'm setting lineups.
We're not going through the waiver wire or anything. But my tight end is.
Did you actually do a tight end?
Oh, I did a tight end.
Oh, wow.
And this is for my wife right here. Rogers for the Packers. He had a great game last week.
Yeah, because there was somebody else named Rogers in the football game.
And I'm watching it. I'm watching the game with my wife Janice, and she's not very
knowledgeable.
Yeah, she won't be doing a fantasy football podcast. Put it that way. She's not real knowledgeable. She said, "Oh, I didn't know they had 2 Rogers. They got 2 Rogers on the Packers. I didn't know that.
Are they brothers?" Take a look at them 2 guys, man. Like me and Jay.
Oh, they got 2 Rodgers on their team. Oh, that's cute. Oh, okay. So Rodgers, I mean, because he wasn't nothing, and then one busted play, he run down the middle of the field and catches a touchdown. But he's come back to reality. He's coming back to being the other Rodgers again, where people don't even know there's 2 Rodgers on the team.
Well, I got an interesting tight end daisy. Jesse James, Mister, I got a touchdown. I just won the game. No, you didn't, man. And we'll talk about that.
Why would he go up? He should go up because Antonio Brown not gonna be there, right? He just so distraught.
Bryant and Juju gonna eat them all
and
up.
Bell,
Yeah,
they're gonna take some of that.
Yeah. So those guys right there, you're daisy if you do.
Yeah, we don't believe in those guys this week.
Yeah. All right, you may go now. Who we talking about?
You may go now. The fake spike. Bye.
Who started that, Jay? Do you know?
This guy, no. Well, I think Dan said he got it from Bernie Kosar or something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Bernie showed him.
I think that was on the football line.
Yeah, like he did in the game, nobody cared or something. But then when Marino did it, it became like,
oh my goodness, did you see that? Like, yeah, 3 years ago in Cleveland versus Cincinnati.
So, you know what, guys? Stop acting like it's brand new, and stop. Nobody falling for it, man.
Ben Roethlisberger
You may go now.
Ben Roethlisberger did it last year against the Cowboys, and he's like, "Yeah, we fooled him." And I'm like, "How did you fool him when the cornerback was running right with the receiver?" I mean, he caught it.
Right. That's the
it was
part I'm getting
Antonio
at.
Bryant versus Leon McFadden.
Right.
Let me tell you who's going to win that. But I mean, it's not like he was fooled by it. I mean, they was running right with you.
And that's the part I'm getting at. You may go now because we're not being fooled. Now, if it works, it's just like a regular play. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. But just by you doing that, and then coming up and throwing it, it's not the same. Guys, stop getting all carried away. Stop like, oh, it's the first time it's ever happened.
Like, did you just run a reverse? Wow. Never seen one of those. They work good in the NFL, too.
You know what? Okay, since we're talking about this, you know what that doesn't work anymore is the flea flicker. Like but I
threw that into triple coverage last week.
That's the thing. It's almost like we call it, and no matter what, just throw it. And then every time it's like 2 or 3 people down there, and it's like, okay,
we still hit the receiver in the hands. Of course, that's a terrible place to hit Terrence Williams, but
yeah, nobody's fooled on it anymore. That's what I'm getting at. You
Bill Parcells loves the flea flicker.
It was a
Loved
staple.
the flea flicker. Oh man, you kind of one flea flicker a game, man. Terry Glenn running down the middle. Let's go. Rest in peace, my brother.
Yeah, but the fake spike, man, you may go now.
Can I have a moment of silence for you may go now? Josh Doxson.
Oh, you done?
Man, you piece of crap. That guy, man. That dude.
All right, this is a Christian show, man. Go ahead.
Get your tail out of my face, man. Golly. This guy coming out the draft, I thought he was the best receiver in the draft.
They had all kind of great highlights on this guy.
Jumping over people.
I know, high pointing the ball and
pulling the ball off of the lights. You know, that dude. 30 yards. I mean, if he gets 30 yards, you might as well go ahead and turn the game off because he's not going to get you another yard.
I don't know how authentic it was, but do you remember the picture Lonnie had of him? I think it was Lonnie who posted a picture of him like somewhere, like a track meet or something, with like a Bud Light in his hand and a cigarette or something. I don't know, a cigar or something. Because he was hurt all last year.
Yeah.
It's like, look at what so and so is doing or something like that. And I was like,
man, I thought this guy was going to be my next wide receiver. I was going to pair him with DeAndre Hopkins and Odell Beckham Jr. and just kill people. He's garbage, man. He's garbage. Garbage. All right, man. Who we baking a cake for? Baking you a cake. Jay's probably told me he's gonna bake me a cake about 500 times in the last 20 years. But it just means, man, you all right, man. We'll mess around and hook you up.
Yeah, man. You didn't have to do that, man.
Yeah.
You know who I'm gonna bake a cake to this week?
Who?
Nick Foles. You know what, man? I'm gonna bake you a cake, man. Cause that guy came in and said,
Carson what?
Yeah, man, please. And looked good doing it. I mean,
like that one year where he had like 28 touchdowns and 3 interceptions or something
right,
like that.
Yeah, he was the guy to go get, and then
I think he had 2 interceptions.
Yeah, I think it was 2, and then he went to where people go to die, Fisher.
Oh my God.
Quarterbacks go to die.
I got a Nick Foles quote for you. Tony Romo gets hurt against Seattle, 2016. Media. You're going to pick up Nick Foles. You're going to pick up Nick Foles. You're going to pick up Nick Foles. All we had on the team was Mark Sanchez, Dak Prescott, and Jamil Showers. You know what Jerry Jones said? I don't see how he could get any snaps. Jamil Showers. Jamil Showers is so good at quarterback. We moved him to safety, and he didn't make the team.
Oh, man. I don't see how this guy was going around throwing 3 touchdowns last week or whatever it was.
So you know who's getting a cake for me?
You gonna give a cake to?
A guy, I don't even know the man's name before last week. Jaden Mickens.
Oh, nice.
Jaden Mickens. Does that do anything for you?
No.
He scored 27 points for Jacksonville last week. He scored 2 touchdowns.
Wow. No. What? Tell us about him, man.
He's a wide receiver, and Marquise Lee's out. Allen Robinson's out.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
they had Keelan Cole running around. They said, you know what, man, let's throw it to this other little cat over here. He scored 2 touchdowns. And so he's killing it, man. He's doing a great job. So, I mean, I'll make you a cake, man. That might not be very good.
That put me in the mindset of the receiver for Carolina, Bird. I didn't know nothing about him. He scores.
His first name's like Derriere or something like that.
Hey, he scores a touchdown. And he does this number right here.
He did not.
Yeah, and I'm like, why is he doing that? And I was like,
His name is
Bird. Oh, okay, nobody cares. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You got to do something first.
And Ken went over there and goes, give me that football, man. Go give it to that little boy over there.
Yeah, so we're making some cakes. But, you know, I really want to go into this next one, man.
All right, man. So here it is. It's time for really, which Jay has said to me, I don't know how many times. Really, man? Come on. All right, so what made you say really this week?
Okay. You a school teacher.
I try.
And they have this thing called an urban dictionary,
Sure.
right? Where we
Believe me, I live it every day of my life. Mr. Maven, you're so extra. You're just extra. I'm like, that word has existed forever. Y'all just think y'all invented it? You're extra. Oh my gosh.
Oh man, you went left. Oh, okay.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, so the NFL need a dictionary. Really, NFL? I just think of all the stuff the NFL them took regular words, but they mean something totally.
Oh my gosh. I know what you're talking about.
They mean something totally different in like NFL terms. It's like stands. See, we got stands, but
people are sitting in the stands.
But when it comes to NFL, it means we couldn't find nothing to overturn it, so it just stands, right? So when we hear that, NFL people knows what that means.
You're screwed. That's what that means.
Hey man, we tried, but it stands. We couldn't do it.
I'm sorry, we're not competent enough to actually come up with a decision.
And then the other word, confirmed. So when they do find something,
like we told you.
Yeah,
Told you
it's been confirmed. Touchdown. So there's another term that if you just heard it outside the NFL realm, you wouldn't understand.
Like confirmed. It's like, is that the Methodist Church? What is this? What are we talking about?
A football move. Can we?
They're on a football field playing football.
Really, NFL? A football move? I mean, how many plays has been bang bang and the commentators just running in the hole? Replay that.
Did he make a football move? He's on the football field.
But he's just standing out there. 1 cheek equals 2 feet.
Hey, that right there is not the NFL. That's John Madden.
And
John Madden worked. I mean, he said that every time that happened. 1 knee, 1 elbow, 1 anything. That's gonna be the 2 feet right there. Every time.
And all of a
Where's
sudden,
Frank Caliendo when we need him?
See, and that what happens in the Urban Dictionary? Somebody just starts saying it, and all of a sudden it becomes something. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, okay. And this is the newest one that went back to your boy Jesse James. And I know it goes back to Calvin Johnson and Dez Bryant. But just to hear it, it just sounds weird to me. And I'm like, really, NFL? you have to survive the ground. He didn't survive the ground, so it's not a catch. I'm like, wow.
This guy
really?
caught the ball. His knee hit the ground, and he's leaning into the end zone. And you're telling me that's not a touchdown?
You got to survive the ground, man.
What if an NFL running back dove into the end zone, broke the plane to the goal line, hit, and the ball came out? Would that be a touchdown? Yes.
Yeah. But receivers going to the ground have to
makes me
survive the ground.
Makes me crazy. Calvin Johnson jumped up and caught that ball, held it in one hand like a trophy.
Right.
I'm like, come on, man.
And then he said, you know what? I'm retiring, man. I'm done with all this.
This is a bunch of
but
bullcrap.
really, NFL, I think it's just too many lawyers in this rule
A
book.
lot of the officials are lawyers.
And they just got to show that they're smart. So it's, help me out, irrefutable evidence. Irrefutable evidence. Like, and really.
Like, well, where's the plaintiff?
And my thing is, I get it, commentators. You have to talk like you're not talking to us, but stop telling us. Well, you know that it has to be irrefutable evidence, so for them to overturn this, we know.
And we're all turning to our children and go, see, irrefutable means like.
We know how the rules go. Stop telling us every time there's a red flag out there.
While you're on that, and
Okay.
I wasn't gonna do a really on the NFL. I got a really on the NFL. Why do you have to give them 55 yards on a pass interference?
Right.
I mean, there's got to be some human error in there. At least only give them half of it. I mean, because they might have dropped it. If it's
Yeah,
I mean, at least some human error.
Right.
I think it needs to be half the distance of the pass, or 15 yards, whichever is greater.
But I think that, and I'm with you, and if I'm an offensive coordinator, I have to try it like 3 to 5 times a game just because of that. You know, I don't
You'd
understand.
be stupid not to.
Right. But I think it's part of the NFL wanting scoring.
It is, but look at college football. I love the way they do it. It's a spot foul or 15 yards, whichever is greater. I like that. But since it's NFL, okay. And matter of fact, if I was an NFL wide receivers coach, I'd be coaching that. Jump back into the guy. You know,
Right. It's so
you can get pass interference called on anybody.
exactly. Yeah. I mean, you couldn't pay me to play cornerback. And I mean, I can't, but well, you probably could pay me. They are getting paid pretty good, but it's like the toughest position, man. I mean, you can't. It's just crazy to me, but yeah, really, NFL, just stop coming up to where we got to go get an NFL dictionary to understand what's really going on. Making words mean something different. Right.
All right. Well, I'm sticking with a league issue. Why in 2017 are we still measuring with chains and sticks and spotting the ball like that? With all this technology and stuff, you can't tell me if the ball broke the plane or the ball broke the first down or whatever. We need an index card, really? We're gonna bust out an index card. And you know that guy, the guy that was reffing that game. That was the first game he's reffed for the Cowboys since the 2014 playoff game against the Packers.
Well, you go deep, man.
So you think they weren't talking about that on the Cowboys website last week? All them podcasts on the Cowboys show, they're talking about Gene's territory. Here we go.
Oh, Gene.
So literally, I went to the Cowboys Hour on Monday night, and Jason Witten was like, "Come on, Gene, you owe us one, bro." And Gene looked like he had like stole something, because he was just kind of like, first down, because I mean, he was eating the cheese, man. He was loving that.
But he kind of does that a lot, though. That little look, yeah.
He looked like Mr. Furley from the Three's Company, man. He's kind of like, all right, first down. Yeah, that's right, suckers. I just stuck it to y'all too, man. I will hurt the Cowboys.
This is going to go down in history.
That's right.
I'm gonna remember this.
Never going to forget this index card. I'm going to fold it over just to make it a little more controversial. There you go.
Yeah, but Ed Westbrook confirmed that's part of the reason why they carried the card. Now, I was like, wow. I said, man, he did something. Yeah.
Okay.
That's part of the reason, but it never comes into play. But that's part of the reason why they have it there, man. So
I got one more, really, and it has to do with league stuff as well.
Yeah, we can talk about the league. I mean, we out the league right now, so leagues.
What the bleepity bleep is a catch in the NFL? It just drives me crazy. It drives me crazy. If you watch any like old highlights, like there's a touchdown that the Cowboys scored in the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 12, Butch Johnson, he catches it, rolls, and just pops up and the ball flies out. He had it for about like 3/4 of a second. And they're like, and when you watch old film, like I was watching yesterday, it was just on and we were doing laundry or whatever. But the 1969 game against the Texas and OU, and it was like as soon as something happened,
Yeah.
Now they were making.
Now they won't call nothing.
Man, that takes them like. Well, what did you see? Well, but just make a call. Just make a call, man. Just make a call.
Yeah, they catch stuff.
And they didn't even have. The official didn't have a microphone, and he wasn't wasting any time. They were trying to get that game done. He was looking over this side. He was like, offsides, turn around, offsides the other side. Let's go. It was just like, I have time for that bullcorn, man. He was like, let's go.
And the crazy part is, it's always coming up in like the biggest games, biggest situations.
The only game on.
The biggest situations, like bam, and
prime
then
time.
And this be the part. It's like it happens, and because we got the NFL eyes, because now they make us watch everything, and you see it, and it's like, ooh, I don't think that's a catch. They might have to look at that one again, because they actually have a person upstairs that's their whole job. Is to like look and buzz down if we should challenge it or not. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that position is called, but it's like you see stuff and with your naked eyes, like, okay, that's a catch or that's a first down, but then you look at it and like, ooh.
That was playing the Cowboy game, man. I mean, it's the stupidest game I've ever seen. The craziest football game I've ever seen. Just in terms of the weird crap that happened. But they threw a pass and the guy catches the pass, he gets tackled, move on. Then they show the replay. They throw it to him, and he juggles this thing, juggle. It hits the ground, and he scoops it up. And I was like, oh, they should challenge that. And they challenged it. Call stands. I'm like, what is that? What is that? I mean, like, this guy, like, never, ever had the ball. Like, at any point. I mean, you talk about, like, Calvin Johnson having the ball, holding it up like a trophy. This guy never had it. Hey, first down. They ain't got 30 yards the whole night, and that we tipped the ball at the line. That guy catches it. Allegedly.
All right, man. We're gonna go into your Cowboy minute, man. We done beat up the NFL enough. But what you got for your Cowboy this week? I know you went and watched the.
Yep, I did the Cowboys hour this week. So I just we've been talking about it on Football Talk a little bit. This little group that I run on Facebook, and everybody's all about the scenarios. All we have to have happen here is Detroit's got to lose once, and one of the NFC South teams got to lose twice. Okay, if that's what you need to happen, you waited too long to start winning games. Okay, that's kind of where I am with all of this. It's too late. You waited too long. You lost to the wrong people. If you wanted to make the playoffs in the NFC, you should have beat Atlanta. You should have beat Green Bay. You should have beat one of these kind of cats. Trade that Oakland game for the Atlanta game. Okay, now you got something. But if you're waiting for Cincinnati to beat Detroit,
good luck with that one.
Yeah, man, it's kind of like I remember years and years ago they had the Vikings. They were in. All they had to do was beat Arizona, and Arizona had.
I remember this.
They had what was the guy's name? Keith Poole or Tyrone Poole or somebody? It's Keith Poole. The wide receiver that caught a game-winning touchdown pass from Jahar Thompson or whatever quarterback they had in there.
Dennis Green there?
Browning Nagel. One of those guys. And it catches a touchdown. A miracle. Put the Cowboys in the playoffs, I think in 99, something like that. 98. Anyways, whatever it was. No, not 98. But anyway, so we miraculously make it into the playoffs, And so it's just it's one of those things, man. If you're waiting for Jahar Thompson to throw a touchdown to Keith Poole, you shouldn't have lost all them games.
And we're gonna tie this back to fantasy. So my theory on that, what you're talking about, is we just win. If we just win, I don't need to hear the scenario, because what happens is you worried about the scenarios so much to where you don't do your part. You just win, and if you win, let the stuff fall, and we'll see at the end if we in or not. But the first priority is let's win out. And when
if you go 10-6 and don't make the playoffs, man, you just caught a bad break, man. I mean, chances are if you go 10-6, you're gonna make the playoffs.
Right. So
Okay.
just
Most
do
of the
your
time.
part. Just win. Just win your games. I don't need to hear all the other stuff. We'll deal with that when the time comes.
Man, I deal with this as a commissioner. You know, people are, well, what are the scenarios 2 weeks from now? I'm like, man, I don't know. Tell me what's going to happen this week. Okay. Then we'll get to the last week. I'll give you some scenarios on the playoffs. But I don't want to hear.
Right. Because it shouldn't matter. You should play the same
If you want to
regardless.
make the playoffs, win.
Yeah, that's it.
You want to make the playoffs, win. All right. Pick and six.
All right, man.
Pick and six. I'm going to slide it over here a little bit. All right. Pick and six. All right. So last week, you got 3 right and I got 3 right. So
really?
that didn't work. That didn't work at all.
All right.
Okay, so that's not good. But so we gotta do a little bit better. Jay's winning 32-26 overall,
With 1 week to play.
which means he has to get them all
So
wrong.
can I just
you can just
drain
pick
the
whatever
clock?
you want. Whatever you're gonna pick, I'm gonna pick the opposite just because I need a miracle. So it don't matter what
I'm
you
just
pick.
running the ball, man. Stay in bounds, run the ball.
Run the clock, man.
I'm doing a Brian
Real quick,
Westbrook.
real quick. When is college football going to figure that out? If you're winning and there's 3 minutes left in the game and they don't have any timeouts, why are you running up to the ball and snapping the ball?
Right.
What
High
are you
school
doing?
the same way, man.
Yes.
It'll give me an
But
instant
we
headache.
have to snap it quick. He's got the picture of a Sonic burger over there. I'm like, that's fantastic. But,
We're a hurry up offense, though.
we're hurry. Yeah, that's great. Would you like to hurry up and lose? Okay, then take your time.
And then
You don't have to get in the huddle. Just stand there.
Right. There's no rules to say you. I
Yeah.
mean, hold up, y'all been sitting there for 10 seconds. Flag. No, they haven't come up with that one.
just
Yeah, I don't want to give them no ideas though.
Wait
But
till your mama, wait till your girlfriend, whatever it is. Just okay. All right. Pick six. All right. More passing yards this week: Cam Newton or Russell Wilson?
Cam.
Russell Wilson.
Right.
Whatever it is, I'm going opposite. All right. Zeke, more than 100 yards.
Oh, more. From scrimmage? Oh, my goodness. Yes.
Less. I need a miracle. I need a miracle. So I got to go less. All right. No.
You go
More than
first.
100 yards rushing. All right.
Oh, rushing. Okay.
All right. But I have to go first because, I have to let you go first because I got to take the opposite. So more yards from scrimmage.
So that's just a rule you implement in NFL?
Yeah, that's
Go
why
ahead.
I'm changing the whole game because I need a Hail Mary. So Zeke, more 100 yards rushing.
All right.
So are you still the same? Yes. All right. Crap.
On his
All right.
knees, 100 yards. I'll take it.
All right. All right. More yards from scrimmage, Kamara or Ingram?
From scrimmage?
Yeah.
Kamara.
Crap. Ingram. Tyreek Hill, touchdown or no?
Yes.
No. More receiving yards, Marvin Jones or Julio Jones?
Julio.
Marvin.
You going with Marvin?
Jimmy Graham, touchdown or no?
No.
Yes. Touchdown, Jimmy G. All right. So there it is. Jay will probably win 6-0 this week. But I took the opposite because I had to. All right. Game time on Game Time. You ready?
All right. Let's do this, man.
All right, man. It's called Regret and Redo.
Regret and redo.
Uh-huh. This could be a redraft league. This could be a dynasty league. This could be anything. What are you regretting? What would you redo? Who would you not drop? Who would you fix? What would you not do here?
What do I regret this year in fantasy?
What would you like to redo?
I know what I'd like to redo.
Okay.
My assessment on Matt Ryan.
Man, me too.
I had to redo that. I really thought it was like MVP-ish.
He's figured it out and he's developed and all. Oh, it's Kyle Shanahan. Oh, crap.
And my biggest regret was, man, I watched Kamara at Tennessee, and because my wife is a Tennessee fan, and I saw him run, and he didn't do it a lot, but when I saw him, like, wow, I like this guy. I like what he's doing. Then fast forward 6 months later in a draft, and I'm like, man, he's just so small. And he probably just gonna be catching the ball. If they got three running backs there, and I regret not taking that guy.
That wasn't my rationale on not taking him. My rationale on not taking him was I thought he'd be productive with Drew Brees, but I didn't really know. And we're talking about dynasty leagues here, so it matters like years and stuff like that. But I didn't know how productive he would be without Brees there, and I didn't know what was next for them at quarterback. So I didn't take him,
and that still might be
because I was in range to take him in a couple of leagues, a couple of different times in terms of later first round, early second round type thing, and I was right there, and I didn't take him, and
it looked okay at first because it was crowded.
They got rid of AD.
Yeah.
That whole team turned around.
Yeah, they did.
It just tells you stay away from old running backs. Always stay away from old running backs.
Yeah.
And Arizona, I heard a report out of Arizona that said we're considering bringing Adrian Peterson back next year to kind of relieve DJ. Like, okay, you do that, man. That's an excellent idea. Bring back Chris Johnson too. Why don't you do that? Morons.
They won't let him retire either. Huh?
No, man. No. I would agree with you on Ryan. Also, I considered trading back in the UFC. I had the second pick in a rookie draft, and I considered trading back, and I could have still got the same player and gotten extra picks. And
Think so?
I'm not, and I'm not even real pleased with the player I picked. So I think he'll turn around next year, but we'll kind of see.
Because I want him. That's why he's gonna say that. But anyway, but we can.
I'm not the one that texted me this week. Hey man, what about Joe Mixon?
Oh, that's what you're talking about?
Oh, I hate that guy.
So what's up with Olsen? Let's do this on national TV right now.
What's up with Olsen? Hey, I got him and I got Ingram. So
I know
I got a decision to make there. So if you make a better offer for Olsen than I get for Ingram, there you go.
Then you get for Ingram. Why you always got to bring variables into stuff that don't matter? What they got to do with me?
It doesn't have anything to do with you. It has to do with me. I'm running my team. I'm not running your team.
I want y'all about to see the first fight on camera. Black on white crime for that happen now. Oh, Olsen. What's the value, America, on Olsen?
Okay, here's the problem. It doesn't matter.
Why got to be a problem?
Because there's things you got to consider. If I can get a better price for Ingram than I can get for Olsen, then the price on Olsen matters.
So you don't want none of them.
I want return for either one. If I'm not going to get anything, if I'm not going to get what I want,
you don't get no offer. Then what you gonna do?
Put a first round tender on Ingram. That way, if somebody does want him, they can have him in the auction. I get the money back, and I get a first round pick out of the deal.
All right. Well, I thought we were gonna have breaking news, but this guy is just impossible to deal with.
I'll trade you Olsen.
All right.
But you got to give me an offer that's equivalent to what I could get for Ingram.
The square root of the hypotenuse of the.
Hey, that was a good word. That was a good math word right there.
I'm a math guy, man.
Yeah, come on, yeah.
All right, but
He's a math guy and I'm a chemistry guy.
Let's congratulate, unless you can, all the guys that made the championship in your leagues.
Yeah, man. I got Joe.
Congratulations.
Yeah, man, and he did it in 2 leagues. That's big boy stuff, and I really feel like he's heavily favored in one, and the other one he's got a good shot in. Also, Brian Thacker, right off
he
the
ain't playing
jump.
around. We thought we were just so good.
Hey, well, we'll just put somebody in there, We'll just get somebody to make the leagues interesting, Hey, could you come here for just a second? Put us in a choke slam the first year. Also, we've got Lonnie Herzog, he's a pain in the butt every year.
Me and this dude got classic battles.
It's like if he's not in the championship game, he's in the playoffs. He's messing people's lives up. He's gonna make you.
Annoying.
He's gonna never let you forget it either. Jeff Reed. Making the LFC.
Wiggs has come a long way, man.
He really has, man. And he's like
into it.
This guy right here. He'll spend a 3-year deal and a first-round pick on anything, man. I'm like, it don't matter. This guy
is always moving.
What do I got to do to make my team better?
Right.
You need my next 3 first-round picks? Give it to me, whatever it is. If I feel like it's going to help me win a championship, I'm going to do it.
You can't get him from not trying because he's making it happen.
That guy is beating the text messages up all the time. Hey, Commissioner, let me ask you a question. I'm like, oh, crap. Here we go. Mike Carlisle.
Oh, consistent, man.
Yeah, just
Smooth.
a technician.
I know, man.
Just a technician. So yeah, man, congratulations to those guys. Not only are they good fantasy football players, they're some of my best friends.
I got an honorable mention.
All right.
Who you just came out of nowhere and just they're not in the championship game, but man, you got a lot of respect. My man that
Al Mayo.
Man, this guy
took a team that was in the below the basement. This guy was in the storm cellar. Yeah.
And didn't sit on it. He made some tough moves. He did some things, worked his assets, and before you know it,
watch your mouth.
Oh yeah. He shook a little thing over here and did over here, and
I mean, moved around in the draft, traded down from number 1, picked up some free agents, made a couple of trades, did an excellent job.
So it's stuff like that. Reason why I love the league, man. And I know I ain't winning like I was before, but it's just so much fun dealing with guys and making moves, and it's
having somebody else trade ahead of you to take Josh Doxson and stuff like that. Just
we get together every year and just get to just hang out. So, guys, this it's week 16, so we just bringing it all together. We got a year we've done this. I'm excited about it.
And don't think it's stopping either.
Oh no! Dynasty reasons. Just keep tuning in.
Yeah, we got a breakdown next week of the year. What's going on, and then in the off season, y'all know how it is, man. It's gonna be doing OTAs before you know it, man.
Yeah.
We got the Senior Bowl, and we got the. I mean,
anytime it's breaking news, it matters in Dynasty.
Somebody's gonna get drunk and punch somebody. I mean, it's gonna happen.
Somebody's gonna do a podcast and one Olsen, and they not gonna want to trade them, and something gonna go down.
It's gonna be some violence, man. I'm gonna have like a skin cancer here and a bruise over here.
Jay gets Olsen, okay, guys. All right.
Jay gets Olsen. What does Russell get? A knuckle sandwich.
Yeah, but now I want a veteran tight end, man. I got some rookies, and I'm
great. I got him for you. First round pick. What do we got?
You came at me for Matt Ryan.
When?
Wow. Do I need to record the show?
Yeah.
The text message where Russell.
Yeah.
Bartholomew.
You look through your text messages from Russell. You probably got about 500 of them, man. So good luck finding that one. Well, you talking about this during this year?
Yeah, just the past couple of weeks.
No, I asked you about you're gonna be tagging Ryan. I don't want Ryan. I've got 2 quarterbacks.
Oh, all right.
No, I said, are you gonna be tagging Ryan? It's gonna be Ryan and what other 2?
Man,
people?
I got to keep watching the podcast to find out what I'm gonna do. Man, it's too early. I need some knowledgeable people to tell me what to do, man. But I'm so excited, like you say, the bowl games, the rookies, and
minicamp, draft. We got all kinds of stuff we can do. So we'll just keep doing it, and we'll let you know when's good, because it doesn't matter what day of the week it is now, because no more fantasy. So we'll just let you know. Just keep watching on our YouTube channel, Fantasy One Gametime, and then thanks for watching this year. We had a fantastic time.
Yeah.
It's been a good year. Neither one of us finished where we wanted to, which means we got a lot of research and work to do.
We're gonna change that next year.
That's right.
It's fit to be game time for real.
Yeah, man. We ain't putting up with this bullcorn no more.
Let's go. All right,
but
America.
man, be a blessing and have a blessed Christmas this year. And remember, this Christmas is it's about the birth of Jesus. But don't think Jesus was just existed for the last 2,000 years or something like that. Jesus was there at the beginning when everything was being created. He was born as a human into this world at that time, and that's what we're celebrating. We're 2017 years from his birth, but Jesus created this world. This is all about celebrating him coming to earth to take our punishment for us, and that is a blessing. So y'all be a blessing out there and be blessed. And what should they do, Jay?
You read your Bibles, man. That's great how you put that, man. So, peace.
Word to your moms. Peace, love, and hair grease.